A virtual cooking lesson for Emerson Middle School students was held on Thursday at Union City High School. For the past few years, the Board of Education has partnered with the United Nations and NASA to teach the students about hydroponics and the importance of healthy food. Thursday's demonstration featured a chef who cooks for NASA scientists and one of the scientists, based in New Zealand, discussing their jobs and then cooking with the students.
So today is the culmination of a partnership with the United Nations and Union City School District, a program that they have called Kitchen Connection, where they come to schools and they teach them about global sustainability, climate change. They do 2 lessons with the elementary schools and the high school, and this is the culmination of that partnership. The students will be cooking with a chef.
Essentially, this is a program that focuses on education for human and planetary health. The goal is to use food as a vehicle to talk about the challenges facing us today on our planet as well as in our bodies, and not just to talk about problems but also solutions. And that's where today comes in. After learning about all of these challenges, we also see food as a way to help us eat better for human and planetary health.
As part of this relationship with the UN and Kitchen Connection, 2 books have been written.
We created a cookbook called The Cookbook in Support of the United Nations, which launched at the United Nations 2 years ago with 75 sustainable recipes from around the world. And with the Union City Board of Education, we developed a children's book that was launched at the United Nations last year with students that helped to co-write it in attendance. And so today is a live virtual cooking demonstration that's happening because the students voted on a recipe that they wanted to cook. Coincidentally, the club that decided on this recipe is the NASA Club at the Emerson Middle School.
The recipe which the students prepared was quiche, a family recipe of Chef Lisa Johnson, who has cooked for NASA scientists in Antarctica for several years.
Lisa will be streaming in from her home along with her colleague Alec, who is a NASA scientist based in New Zealand. And they'll be cooking a recipe together today, but also learning about Antarctica and NASA and space travel. So again, a convergence of all of these topics and interests.
These students had a great time mixing all the ingredients, which included ham, for Chef Johnson's quiche. They then poured the mixture into a crust and placed it in the oven so it could bake. Less than an hour later, it was ready to eat. While the recipe was cooking, the NASA scientist discussed his work, launching research balloons into space.
So something like this is so important because it touches on so many different parts of learning. Students are now not only having input for the cookbook, but they're reading it in classes. They're coming on and they're getting these hands-on activities with UN Connection about real-world issues that they normally probably wouldn't be so interested in: climate change, sustainability, and then the culmination. This is something they're going to remember for the rest of their lives. Coming to Union City High School, cooking with a chef from Antarctica, bringing everyone together. We have elementary school students, we have high school students working with them, and it's really bringing a togetherness with Union City, all surrounded by food and social issues.
Edison School students also took part in this year's Kitchen Connection curriculum. At Union City High School, reporting for Hudson TV, I'm Jeff Hennig.